Welcome back, guys. The DrewCast, episode 70. My beautiful, beautiful people, man. That song in the beginning is a song we have coming out this week, actually. So stay tuned for that. Heart of a Killer, you know what I mean? So we killed it, dude. Listen, you killed it, dude, by the way. Last week and the intro song was Joe Biden. Go check that out, too. You know what I mean? Heavily, heavily slept on song by us. But yeah, welcome back, guys. I'm actually super excited today. I actually really am because this is right up my alley, bro. You know what I mean? I'm the UFO guy, you know what I mean? And I'll take the title with ease. But this episode is strictly going to be about just stuff that's been going on in space, UFOs, a picture on goddamn Mars. And in China, they have a sinkhole that has a fucking literal jungle inside the sinkhole under the earth. So, you know what I mean? We got a big spoon to fill this episode, but yeah, so we're first of all, we're going to start off with the picture on Mars, okay? So when I first saw this picture, one of our friends sent it in our group chat. The picture looks, I'm not going to lie, bro, it looks fake. It does. It doesn't look like, I think one of the hardest things when it comes to like pictures from another planet is that I don't know if my brain can process that that's another planet. Like, I'm so used to Earth. Okay, I don't know if this is a good analogy, but I live in Washington, right? I go to California, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, whatever. It's still Earth, right? You know, the setting might be different. There might be like more forest, desert, it's still Earth. I don't know if my brain can comprehend that this is Mars.
I'm not even there yet. When I'm in a different state, I can't even really comprehend that I'm not
In
in a home
Washington.
state. Yeah,
So I mean, yeah. So again, and there's probably people who can't even comprehend leaving their home. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like when they leave their home, they
This
say,
isn't home.
"This isn't home." So to see that, God damn it, to see this picture, I'm like, whoa, bro. Like, and so and I'll link the source in the description, guys. Don't worry. This picture was from the NASA website, right? And it was from a larger picture, and you had to zoom in to see this one, right?
I think it's called a mosaic.
Yeah.
We'll put the actual like big ass picture on it too, because the picture's fucking huge.
You had to zoom in to see this particular spot,
Like
though,
that
right?
section of the mosaic. Yeah.
Now, if you guys have seen the picture, and if this is your first time looking at this picture, it looks like a door. That looks like a doorway, right?
Not only does it look like a doorway, but if you look at the like top left corner of the doorway, it looks like it goes down.
Yeah, it does. Looks like it goes. It does look like that. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
And I don't know how you can explain it. Not explain it. I don't know how you can say that that's anything other than that. That's literally what it looks like.
I'd have to do more research behind this picture, but I want to know why it's in black and white too. Like could they not get a color photo for this? I don't. Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe, I don't know.
What kind of boggles my mind though, right?
It looks like a movie set.
It does. It looks like Star Wars. Shannon said that today. My mother-in-law.
You know why I would assume that that's a doorway? Is because you could tell that the shadow stops right there. You see where like you start to go towards it?
Yeah, it looks like Mm-hmm.
The shadow stops.
So they're trying to tell us that it's not a doorway, right?
I don't think they are trying to tell us that, like NASA themselves,
Yeah.
but like social media trying to debunk it, tried to claim that
That it's Earth.
no, that it's like the face of a rock, like that the rock is just like it's like an optical illusion almost.
Hey, I mean, hey, anything's possible in this scenario, right? So it could be that, or it could be a doorway, or it could literally not be a doorway, and it could just be natural, right? So all of that is like it's a possibility, right? So a funny thing is when you see this picture of Mars and this doorway, something comes to me, right? That guy from NASA, I don't think he works there anymore. But you remember when they were claiming that we don't have the technology to go back to the moon, and we had the technology then, but we don't have it now, and they lost a lot of stuff that could get us there, right? They want us to believe that. But you got a picture from Mars to here. I'm not trying to be that guy, bro. Like, I love space. I love aliens. I love other planets, bro. You know what I mean? That's at the foundation of what my personality kind of is. I love space, but like, you can my cell phone can't work in your apartment, bro. You know what I mean? You know when I'm in your lobby? I
Yeah.
can't fucking call or text you, bro. But they can get fucking pictures from Mars. Sorry, I'm not trying to be that guy, bro. But you
Do
know
they
what I
not
mean?
have
Like,
a rover on the moon?
if they do, I don't know.
I don't even want to look that up. It's pointless.
I know the one that they sent to Venus one time, it lasted 10 seconds. Because Venus is so hot that I think they were able to get a couple pictures off and then it died because it melted right then and there. Imagine spending billions of dollars. I'm assuming it was billions to build that, and then they land on Venus, and that's what happens. One of the hardest things, I think Josh has talked about this on a couple episodes that he's done with me. Like this stuff, and we've had friends who kind of think this way, but unless you see this with your own eyes, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. I know people don't like that though. I've seen the Twitter comments and the TikTok comments, especially when me and Josh did the flat earth video. I posted it on TikTok. People were saying I was uneducated and everybody gets a podcast nowadays and everybody gets to have, you know what I mean? But they were saying I was uneducated for saying something like that. Like, hey, you gotta kind of take it with a grain of salt because you don't know what is real and what isn't, bro. They can literally go out to the desert, take a picture. This is Mars. Sorry, they can. I believe this is Mars, right? I actually believe that. But these like NASA, and they gotta understand, bro. Like, we've been lied to so much that you have to kind of approach it this way. You kind of have to, because we don't know what's real and what's not. We're not the one doing it.
Especially like me and you particularly, because like we just said, like we don't know what anything other than like the West Coast looks like.
Yeah.
So you could literally take a picture of like a beach even and just say it's Mars and I'll fucking believe you.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know what
oh
it looks
wow,
like.
there's a beach on Mars.
Yeah.
You know, so the picture's amazing, bro. I mean, listen, I believe it's from Mars, right? So that's amazing. We're looking at a picture from another planet. That's amazing, dude. That's cool that we get to see this. You know, like, and of course they're not going to say that's a doorway. They probably got even if it is, they probably got told not to even insinuate it. Like, don't even insinuate that's a doorway, because we don't need people like. It kind of, what that would look like, it kind of looks like ruins. Like, you know, when you go to like other countries and there's like pyramids and like that kind of, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like, you give this picture some color, I guarantee you it has a good Egypt look to it, bro.
I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm blind or just simply not all there. I do not see anything other than a doorway.
Yeah, I don't
You
either.
can't tell me that that's nothing other than it looks like the entrance of a fucking tunnel that's like going downwards.
Like from Hills Have Eyes. That kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like something like that. Like I don't see anything other than that.
I mean, if that's natural, that's cool, bro. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of knew, they had to have known that this is what we were going to say. You know?
It's all like just weird timing too, because everything space related right now is just like
It's
blowing
popping
the
up,
fuck
bro.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's popping up. It's like, dude, if it's like probably the golden era right now of space stuff. We're like on the cusp of being told that like aliens are real. I think we're in like the middle right now, to where we're gonna look back at this time in the future, and like this is like the time where like stuff starts to like
Yeah.
really happen for
you've
people.
you've talked about it before on previous episodes, but like they pretty much acknowledge that there's over 140 cases of UFOs here on Earth.
That they can't explain. Yeah.
So if this is a doorway, that just explains a lot, I guess.
Yeah, because if it is a doorway, that just further proves that we're not
Yeah,
alone.
I think we're close, dude.
We're
I think
really
we're close
close.
to something just being told. Like we're gonna be told something, and then
I don't want to. I think I've mentioned this before. I don't want to scare people. I don't want to scare people either. But like, be prepared, guys. Something is fucking happening. Something is coming, or something is happening. It's going to change everything. It'll literally change everything for us. The way we live, the way we maneuver, all that shit, dude. It's going to happen, right? Now you could say to yourself, what does that do for me on my day to day? Probably nothing. They're still gonna expect you to go to your 9 to 5s and continue to do the consuming and the consumer stuff that we do. That's not changing, right? But I would think the government doesn't want us to know that there's other civilizations out there and other planets, right? Because like, what if that other planet would treat you better? What if we all say, hey, we don't want to live here anymore? Then let's go to another planet. They lose all their worker bees. They lose all their money. Wouldn't that be bad for our government, bro? Like,
It's not gonna happen anytime soon, I would imagine.
I mean,
Because we haven't even been there yet, right?
I
Or
don't,
have we? I don't.
maybe we. I don't imagine.
It's just robots, as far as I know.
Imagine you get an opportunity to like not be in an oppressive fucking planet like us. You know what I mean? And we start questioning our leaders, like, hey, why are we listening to you when another planet doesn't do this? And then we start like uprising, and like they probably don't want that shit. So you mentioned the timing. Right here, the U.S. Congress held its first open briefing on UFOs in more than 50 years on Tuesday. So it's getting fucking pretty serious. So for those who are seeking an explanation for all this, they didn't give us one. You know what I mean? Obviously, the big stuff was left for behind closed doors and the meetings they have with the higher ups. But the fact that this is even happening like that, that's crazy, bro. The hearing, they said, the first of its nature since 1966, came after a bumper year for UFO enthusiasts. Obviously, because, the last couple of years, they've been kind of like...
What we were just saying.
Yeah.
Everything's just like fucking taken off.
It said in 2021, U.S. intelligence released a landmark report in which they found what you said. I think, but this is 4 more. 144 reports of unidentified aerial phenomenon, which only one could be explained. One could be explained. Now, to me, that says either that this is 2 things. In my opinion, this is only no, 3 things. 3. It's aliens from another planet. It's us, and we don't want to say it's us, or it's another country, and we just don't know that they have the technology to do that. In my opinion, that's the only 3 things.
This could be like us is in the United States.
Yeah, like we're flying around and testing out this equipment. We get caught by cameras or people who are reporting it, and then they deny it. Oh, we don't know what that is. We don't know. Because why would you say you know what that is, and if you don't want another country to figure out what you're doing?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of this is built around the whole, we don't want Russia and China to know what technology we have, right? And they're probably doing the same thing. We don't want America to know what we have. And it's this whole, imagine having the technology to really do good for this planet. Like you can like have free energy, like Tesla was saying. You're talking about technology that could probably change a lot of people's lives, and you're hoarding it because you don't want another country to figure out what you have. I can't believe how fucking selfish we are, dog. Oh yeah, right here, this guy named Scott Bray. So Scott Bray was one of the people who was doing this whole, the Congress that I just mentioned, the briefing at Congress. He said, we do not want potential adversaries to know exactly what we're able to see or understand or how we come to that conclusion. I was right, bro. They're literally just trying to withhold information because other countries might figure out what we're doing.
What is that? I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you.
So when like I don't even know what it means.
I know what the statement means, but like what does that have to do with anything? If they're like, hey, this is going so fast, we think it's an alien, what is Russia gonna do with that information?
Russia, that's why a lot of people think it's us. Because why wouldn't you just be forthcoming about it? Because if it is you, then Russia knows you have that type of technology. Like maybe a war starts, but I don't know. Like
yeah, I don't know.
The whole like the politics and the back and forth of it is kind of annoying, bro. Because like people deserve to know the truth, bro. Like for too long, we've lived in like this religion controls everything, and people get to like prey on people, and we get to prey on like our fear of death and the afterlife, and like I think people deserve to know the truth. Is there other life out there? Let's fucking find out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and people like I hate that crowd too. The whole aliens or demons, fallen angel, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't take aliens away from us now. Now we can't have. Remember I said that before? Now we can't have aliens. They're demons. Anytime anything cool happens now, it's fake. It's fucking a hologram. It's a projection. Like, bro, we can't have nothing cool now, bro. Like, come on, like, open your mind a little, bro. Like, so when they were doing the briefing on Tuesday, they basically said that they're committed to determining the origin of the UFO phenomenon. They're going to be committed now to figuring out what this is. Do I believe them? I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? And it kind of seems like no one cares right now. This stuff is public, Justin. Like they said in the beginning of this article, the first of its nature since 1966, more than 50 years, and no one cares. You know what I mean? And I play a part in this too, bro. Like, we're media, so we talk about Amber Turd and Johnny Depp, but like, that's all everybody gives a fucking fuck about, dude. What were you saying?
Me personally, I don't really care about it because, like you said, like, we're not going to figure out all the information anyway. And even if we do figure, if they could straight up tell us like, hey, aliens are real, but like you said, unless there's like physical shit that like we see that affects our everyday life, like, why would we care? Like, if the government straight up was like, hey, aliens are real, we know how they work. Like, me personally, like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, until we see some shit, or like it starts to take effect on like real people, why is there a reason to care?
For a lot of people, they probably wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, okay. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, you have to understand, like, what does that do for me? Now, if they're real, what does that do?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
does my life change? Does the way we live change? And if not, what? Like, you're right. Because at the end of the day, it's like, these people are going to come and save us. These people are going to come and help us. Like, I think something deeper and something more scary is happening. I think I've said this before. I honestly am starting to believe that either it's us and that none of this is real, right? Which is even more scary, or they're coming here and abducting people and can fly through our airspace and we can't do a single fucking thing. There's nothing we can do. So why would you tell our people that? Why would you tell your people there's nothing we can do? They're abducting you. We can't stop them. We don't know where they're coming from. And that could be what's actually really happening, and they're just too scared to say so. Because, we've created this mythos around the government that they know everything, and they're the all-knowing, but maybe they don't even fucking know. Maybe they don't know. That makes sense, too. Again, right? We've created this mythos around them, like, they're all-knowing, they know everything, and, like, what if they don't fucking know? And they can't explain to us how we've allowed these things to come into our airspace and kidnap us, or whatever the fuck they're doing, with no explanation. There's no explanation. That could be another, and to get people, and I think the reason why people would care is because it completely fucking shatters everything that we've been taught. It shatters religion, in my opinion. It shatters everything that we've been taught, that, a lot of people have been brainwashed and have continued to live in a specific way. And if you damage the way they've been raised and brought up, you're not going to get a lot of happy people. Right? We've had in real life off the alien ship, but when you kind of like test the way they've been brought up, and like you test the way they've been raised and what they think, they get really angry, bro. Like, you can't really, it's kind of like a slippery slope. You can't tell people like, oh, you know how like you believe in the Bible and God only created us and the earth? Well, no, that's not true, because there's a whole universe out there with different planets, that each planet has a different religion. Each planet has a different way of thinking. It's all different from you. And just because you believe in that doesn't mean what you believe in is right. And you're going to get a lot of angry people, bro. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, to end the episode.
I think you kind of have to be naive in general to think that. No offense to anyone who religion that contradicts with, but
Yeah, because I've never had a
Do you
problem.
think that the universe and the infinite amount of space we have,
That your
we're
religion.
just like the only people here, dude?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no fucking way,
I
dude.
could have swore I remember asking somebody that too, like
Like
you
someone
know,
who's religious.
yeah, like if aliens exist, what does that mean for the Bible? Because God created life on. I think they tried to like tiptoe around that by saying like, oh, the Bible doesn't say that we were the only life created. It was just a story of how life on Earth was created.
Yeah, that's a good deflection. Honestly, I don't even. People get mad, and that is a good deflection, dude. It is. My problem has never been religion in itself. It's the people who radicalized it and practice it in a way where it like harms people.
Yeah, like the TV televangelist people, those guys are fucking.
They're cringy, dude. And you got people who are like, oh, if the Westboro Baptist Church people who like stand outside of funerals and the F word poop on their signs and really nasty word. Like, bro, I don't fuck with that, dog. And I know not everybody in every religion does that. And I know there's like,
I know, but it just makes you not.
it
Like
turns you off
what's
though.
the dude's name? It's not Epstein. It's
It's old.
yeah,
It's
Joel Osteen.
yeah,
Yeah, bro, that
yeah.
guy's a fucking rat. And like literally just watching and seeing like how that shit, um, how he moves and like all
Because
that.
they
It just
prey on
turns you
people.
off to like everything.
They prey on people, bro. They prey on people's like insecurity about death and the afterlife, and oh, if you donate and and it just becomes like that turns me off, right?
Yeah,
Like,
same.
so I started my own spiritual journey, right? Like I started learning about different religions and like researching like spirituality and like finding yourself, and I think that's a way better path to take. Honestly, forcing a kid to follow a religion should be predatory. It should be like that shouldn't be allowed, bro. I mean, they don't have the consent to even like want like they we're forcing little kids like God is this, and if you're gay, God will kill you, and it's like, why are you teaching a little kid that? Seriously, is that not like predatory behavior? I don't understand that. We were in church, dude. Little kids being forced to like listen to something we don't understand. Like we didn't consent to that, bro. So I don't know. Like it's yeah, you're right, Asen. And all that stuff I think this is important to talk about because if we don't talk about this kind of stuff, we're like boxing ourselves in like our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't like do what they did to get us to this point for us not to open our minds and talk and converse and share ideas. Like they didn't do all this and sacrifice all this for us to like box our minds in. Like that's not how we evolve, bro. Like, but to end the episode tonight, Chinese scientists have found a literal jungle 300 feet underground. It was found in an enormous a sinkhole basically with an ancient forest inside and has been discovered by cave explorers in China. Now where it was found, I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But in so it says is 630 feet deep and home to primitive trees that are growing as tall as 131 feet. That's
How would they
amazing,
know
bro.
that?
That it's primitive.
No, like how would they know that the trees are 131 feet?
Maybe they measured it in the cave. I don't know. That's why. That's the only thing I can. But I mean, can imagine seeing a tree that tall, dude.
Yeah, underground, like that far underground.
Yeah, and it does sound like I know the Hollow Earth people are probably like preach, because it's kind of sounding like some Hollow Earth types. I don't think it is. Maybe it's an anomaly, and maybe it's like a certain patch of land has been able to survive under the ground like that. But come on, dude, it sounds like Hollow Earth, dude.
No, I always kind of thought that, like when like the story of Atlantis, like that the city was like wiped out and another city was built on top of it.
Yeah.
How true that is, I don't fucking know. But the concept of that is what this sounds like. Is like some natural disaster might have buried a city, and like China is like on top of that city.
And they survived. Like they survived somehow, but don't they need sun?
Because like how they say like New Orleans is gonna get like covered by water eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard of that.
What if something like that has already happened to another city, country on
In
the other side
China?
of the world? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, imagine getting the chance to go down there. And don't like trees and plants need sun? So I'd be really fascinated to do more research on this and figure out how the hell this even happened. Because, like I said, the Hollow Earth people are
Oh
probably
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. You're
bro,
tripping. That's right.
dude, how scary and cool that'd be to go down there and explore. Come on, dude. I don't know. Would you do it though, bro? Would you if you?
No,
I mean,
that's.
I.
Imagine you just go down there and the whole fucking thing just collapses on you. Isn't that kind of what sinkholes are?
Yeah.
Like,
That's yeah. See, yeah. Yeah. It goes down further or some shit like that. Oh, okay. Before we go, I know because I know it's kind of off the Hollow Earth thing, and which is fascinating, by the way. But I have a question for you before we end the episode. So imagine Avery and Noah, like they grow up to like love space, right? And they want to be astronauts, and they become a part of NASA or whatever that becomes, and they get the chance to go to another planet, like for real, like with a ship and all the gadgets and everything. But there's a good chance they don't come back to Earth ever. Would you be okay with them leaving? The reason I'm asking that is because I saw a picture saying like, hey, would you take the chance to go to another planet or another galaxy, and like you literally be the first humans to ever get that opportunity. You will forever be known as like the first humans to travel, like, and they wanted to do that. Would you be like, or would you say like,
if I was alive, yeah, like, I would kind of be against it because you don't
you
want to
ever
just see your
see that?
fucking kids die. But
Yeah,
if I wasn't, then why not?
like take the
I feel like
opportunity.
that'd be kind of dope to like, let's say you do die, right?
uh
Just to be able to like see that and experience that would be like
you can't even
yeah,
beat
you
that.
can't replicate it.
Yeah, you can't replicate it. You're saying if they were to do it and die in the process?
Yeah, like it's like if you know,
Yeah, like they take
let's
the
say they were
opportunity.
to ship you into space, like right now, like
Uh,
you were to just get shipped into space, guaranteed death, but you were to like, you just get to see
that.
space, the planets in like real life form.
Oh, that'd be
It'd
crazy,
be
dude.
fucking, yeah.
That'd be insane. Yeah, you're right, dude. Not that like they wouldn't force your kids to do that, by the way, but like your kids like chose to be a part of that program. They got picked, and it's like, okay, you're gonna be the first human shipped off to another planet. I told Emily that I think I would do it just because like you're that's like a one in a I don't even know the number, but that's such a huge rare occasion.
Yeah, like you can't really turn that down.
You're gonna be known forever. Like you're gonna be in the books, bro, with like the people who are always like you're gonna be with like the top echelon of like names that'll always be remembered. But if like the sun does engulf Earth and we lose everything, it doesn't matter what you did and you went to
Yeah.
another.
That's why you kind of just have to live for the experience, which it would be,
Yeah.
that'd be trippy as fuck. Imagine you go to like, trying to think of a good example. You go to like, a planet that has like 4 fucking moons and,
Two suns
you
and
land there and like you look up at the sky and you just see that. You
yeah.
just see, nothing but black and stars with like 4 moons and, there's like purple trees and shit. Like that'd be dope.
And like a pink sky or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. But yeah,
Just like
saying?
seeing that and living that, I think that would be worth it. Like even if you die, fuck it.
You guys comment below. Would you take that opportunity if it was given to you? Let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Like always, man, I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Podcast. We're on TikTok. Obviously, we do YouTube. I try to do Instagram Reels. Sometimes it hits. It's a hit or miss. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. Until next time. Peace.